It went far beyond our expectations. Once we got over the shock of it, you know, there was the, oh my God, this is really taken off kind of a thing. It was very exciting. People really believed this thing existed. So has anyone ever heard of this thing before? No. Is it April 1st? Yes.
Please listen carefully.
What we wanted to do was something that was on brand and something that was thoughtful and smart and just a bit edgy.
What we were trying to do was get away from the usual direction where we go to travel and tourism writers and try and get directly to different types of writers. And because what we normally do is quite serious, we wanted to take things from a different perspective and maybe be a bit more lighthearted.
So we thought, what's the destination known for? It's known for being on the Gulf of Mexico. What is the Gulf of Mexico known for? It's known for dolphins and manatees. We see both of them here in abundance all the time. So at the core was, okay, let's do something with the dolphin-manatee hybrid.
6 months out of April Fool's 2014, we started talking about what we could do with the Manaphin and how we bring it to life.
And we just started playing with it. Where could this be from? How could this come about?
All good myths have a good story behind them. So it was important that there be a story behind this about, you know, its sightings historically off of Central and South America. It's reported in sea captains' logs. There's a kind of a mythology about it being good luck. I thought the Darwin notebook entry was imperative. A week before it launched, I woke up in the middle of the night with a panicked moment thinking, oh my God, we've created a sea monster.
If we can claim it was something that was along the lines of the pictures that he drew from the Galapagos Islands and showing all the different sides of it, then again, it would add to the story.
The photoshopped image that BVK, our advertising agency, came up with, and it was convincing all the way down to in the seaweed underneath it. If you look closely, you'll see our SPC, little curlicues from our logo, spelled out in the seaweed.
You know, news happens first on social media, and so if you can get buzz churning digitally, people start picking it up very quickly and wanting to be the first or the first batch of people to share it.
5 years ago even, we probably wouldn't have had that engagement level to take this thing off the ground as quickly as it did. The website was key. Paradise took the lead locally on the public relations front and also developed the terribly awesome website, manaphin.com.
The website was made to be crappy on purpose. You know, we had a video that didn't load.
And then when you get there, it's still, don't take our word for it. There's, you know, it was important that we link from there to actual news stories. So we worked closely with Rooster, our PR firm in the UK.
If you've got a good idea, it can really work in the UK. And what was really important from David's perspective and from the destination's perspective is that because we're ahead from a time perspective, if we could get some great coverage in the UK and have it break on the 1st of April, that would then help to develop coverage stateside. So what we also had to find was a media outlet that would cover it as a genuine story.
We then used that story in England plus the website as the sources for our information that went out to the media worldwide.
By the time people were getting out of bed here in the morning, it had already played out in the UK, and it was doing well. We were monitoring social on it. It was getting a lot of traction. The website was starting to get hits, but then it just kept going and growing. And you know, there was one moment where I figured this is really out of our hands at this point.
When we started getting calls from the media at 10:30 in the morning asking where they could buy Manaphin t-shirts, we knew that it had taken a life of its own.
It was exciting and it was a little bit frightening at the same time because this is genie out of the bottle.
It's April Fool's Day, time for promotional pranks, and some of them were pretty solid. We're looking at the top 3.
At number 1, hoax heard around the world.
Just hours after it was named the #1 in the world by the Daily Telegraph in the UK, it hit America, and ABC News picked it up and placed it among the best April Fool's pranks in the world, alongside names like Google and Virgin Atlantic, and at that point, it just took off.
Yes, Visit St. Pete-Clearwater sent out this press release about the long extinct
gentle mammal that found its way into the news websites.
It's a manaphin.
Wow.
And here's a picture of the creature.
And got shared on Twitter and Facebook.
It made big-time headlines all over the world.
That's not any simple kind of joke. That was elaborate. It had its own website.
And then we got that call.
We knew it was a success when we got the call requesting an interview with Doug Lamall.
There had to be an eyewitness in all of this. I had a writer from a major magazine call me and ask if they could interview Doug Lamall, the guy in the press release who'd seen this. This is someone who probably should have known better. And to this day, when you Google Doug Lamall, the only thing that comes up is that he was in this kayak. So that played out very well.
Creating April Fool's joke was so beneficial for us because it allowed us to reach people outside of the travel space.
We did not expect that we would have hundreds of newspapers, thousands of websites, TV stations everywhere listing it as one of the top 10 April Fool's jokes of the year.
Once the Manaphin story broke and Manaphin became a local buzzword, we had an idea about, let's get a beer.
Brewing Manaphin Snout was a great opportunity for us. Something that we always search for is something that's very local when it comes to building a new beer. It being something that people have searched for, Googled quite a bit, it's pretty fun to kind of be a part of that, kind of bring that to a lot more people that may have never even heard of it before.
Putting those two creatures together, we were able to create that magic.
This is a fun destination. Vacations are fun. When you can show the world, show your customers, your visitors, that you're playful and you're fun, you're really living what you think your brand is.